What is up, tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. Got some more Wilds of Eldraine ahead of us. New set, new me. Let's see what we got. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Ask them for a That's Magic Baby sticker, and you'll get it for free. What do we got? A Bramble, Familiar, pick one, pack one. No, this is just a mana dork, basically, for 2 mana. It's kind of cool that it does have an end game ability, but for the most part, I don't think the adventure is going to be all that useful, so we're probably going to pass that one. I have been really liking the Edgewall Inn. This card has been fantastic for me every single time, though I do think we have a couple choices that are better. Maybe the Agatha's Champion, 5 mana, 4/4 trample that fights something when it ETBs, or Torch the Tower. I don't have much time here, so I'm just going to take the Agatha's Champion and go on to pick number 2, but I do think that land is a very good choice frequently enough. Getting past one of the many land creatures that are in the format. This is the Restless Vinestalk. This is the biggest one that I've ever seen. Let's see. Whenever it attacks, up to one other target creature has base power and toughness 3/3. So you can shrink an opponent's big creature with this, or you can make one of your creatures a larger. It's kind of good. Utopia Sprawl's been solid. There are enough enchantment value effects in the format that Sprawl's just a good fixer, a good ramp effect. Fairy Dream Thief, pretty solid if you're going to be the blue-black fairy deck. Vermin's been fantastic for the Rats deck, or even in just a lot of random black decks in general. I think after taking Agatha's Champion first pick, we'll take the Sprawl second pick. That makes a lot of sense, and I think it's just a good card anyways. Do we have any removal here? We do. We have a Frantic Firebolt we can take for pick number 3. This one's pretty good, right? It's 3 mana for 2 damage at its base, but then it gets better and better for every instant, sorcery, and or adventures in your graveyard, right? Yeah, so very worst case scenario, it's 3 mana, instant speed, 2 damage, and then it just gets better and better. Collector's Vault. I do like this card quite a bit. Decent synergy with any of the bargain cards in the format, as you can sacrifice the treasure, right? Because that's an artifact. Let's see, the Nightmare, well, rather the enchantment deck is pretty cool. Hopeless Nightmare being a really solid one in that. Return from the Wilds, good little ramp effect. I will take the Frantic Firebolt here. There is a red-blue spells deck in the format. I wouldn't be surprised if I start drafting that pretty heavily in the near future, but for now, we'll stick with what we are. Very solid 4th pick already. Lord Skitter's Butcher is a nice value 3-drop. Has a lot of good abilities, and you get to choose one when it enters. Hearth Elemental. I don't think this is a high pickup, but it's not a bad top-end card. It's got a lot of value, and you can cast the 4/5 for pretty cheap later in the game. Not so keen on Corvold and the Noble Thief. It's cool, but I think it's a little bit too slow to be worthwhile. Here, I'm just going to take the Cut In. This is 4 mana, 4 damage, and you get a Young Hero roll. This card's been pretty solid, even though it is a little bit more expensive. I'm happy with taking that. Oppression! One of the bonus sheet cards. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player discards a card. No, thank you. What do we have here? Another Hearth Elemental. A couple of green adventure cards. The Ferocious Werefox is actually not bad. The adventure mode on this one's an instant, and so you can actually use it as a combat trick as well. So I think I'll just take that here. Seems fine. Thunderous Debut. Look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creatures from among them. If this spell's bargain, put them on the battlefield. Otherwise, put them in your hand. That is a commander card. All right, we have a very weird 6th pick here because High Fate Negotiator is fantastic. So is the Dream Spoiler. So is Feed the Cauldron. So 3 really good black cards in this one pack. I mean, I guess I'm going to take the Negotiator, as that's the strongest among any of those, I think. But that's a weird pick. Wow, Now we're getting a 7th pick Witchstalker Frenzy, which is another really, really good removal spell. And Monstrous Rage is also a really nice combat trick. This is 1 mana for, on the turn you cast it, +3/+1, but then it gives them the monster roll indefinitely. So we are seeing some weird... I mean, this is the very beginning of the format, so I guess maybe getting cards like this 8th pick isn't entirely surprising, but I think as the days go on, you will not see cards like this that late anymore. Yeah, I mean, even the Embereth Veteran, a 1-mana 2/1 that you can sack it to make a roll is so good. And the Edgewall Inn is wheeling too. Okay, that's actually kind of nuts. I don't actually know what's better. I think the Edgewall Inn is amazing, but we're seeing so many crazy cards go late around. Ginger Brute here if we wanted to versus... Yeah, this is filler. 3-mana 2/3 that makes a treasure. Could take Prism over Ginger Brute, I guess, but... Yeah, I'll take the Ginger Brute. There's the Return from the Wilds. Take that over Scream Puff. Corvold and the Noble Thief is wheeling. Yeah, I might try this card, but again, I do not think it's that great. If your opponent's not playing the colors you're in, you need to save the treasure, right? Because if your opponent's playing, say, example, blue-black, right? And you're playing red-green, this is not one of those cards where you can cast the exiled cards for any mana cost. Wow, last pick Dream Spoilers. I don't know what's going on. I swear to you, there's some bug. I have opened 10 of this card, 10 of this 1 mythic. It's insane. If I look at my 17 land stats, this is far and away the #1 mythic that I've drafted in this format. I've not only opened it literally 5+ times, I've gotten it passed to me multiple times as well. And it's just, it's a bomb. I mean, it's extremely slow to hardcast it, but the front side is a removal spell, so it's just so good. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We're passing a Candy Grapple here, another amazing removal spell, and then Stab Wound, which I don't actually think of as a removal spell, but more of a damage source. This clocks your opponent, but I don't know. I open so many Virtue of Persistence, it's like not even funny. Elvish Archivist here as the pass card. This one's pretty good too. Get a lot of value whenever you have an enchantment or artifact enter the battlefield. I don't know what Primal Vigor is. If one or more tokens would be created, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. This doesn't just apply to you. It sounds like this card applies to the opponent as well. Yeah, that's bad. I guess I'll just take the Archivist here. Although, am I really even playing green? Not really. I could just take black-red and go black-red Uber removal. There's also a Johan here, which is great. You know what? I'm going to take the Johan. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. I don't think this card is nuts, but it's solid. So you exile a card from the graveyard. When a creature is exiled this way, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. And then the rest of it's not super relevant. I don't think I'm going to take it here. I think I'm just going to take another good red card. Like this Stone Splitter Bolt. But I don't actually know what we're doing anymore. I mean, I first picked the Agatha's Champion, second picked the Sprawl, so it's not like we've gotten that much green. In fact, maybe I should be taking this, like, Unruly Catapult, because we could just be going, like, red-black mono removal, and then with some ping effects. Another cut-in, I mean... Vampiric Rites has been super good for me, too. How much removal is too much removal? I don't really have a curve. It might even be better just to take the small rat out removal spell instead, or just take like the Voracious Vermin, although I don't think the Vermin looks that great in our deck, but maybe just better to take a solid creature here. Oh yeah, okay, we can take a second. Or I can just take the catapults now too. I kind of like just taking the catapults and maybe starting to burn my opponents out. Imodaine's Recruiter. This card's nice. I don't have access to white for it, though. But are we running any of these other cards? Kind of need just some, like, curve filler. I'm just going to take a 2-2 for 2. Flip of coins, okay. That's a late Hamlet Glutton and a Stormkeld Vanguard. We're finally seeing some good green cards, but maybe it's too late to take those. Sheesh. Ah, both the Glutton and the Vanguard are so sick. Maybe I can be green, red, splashing a little bit of black. I'm going to take the Glutton. There's another Corvold and the Noble Thief. Okay, we can take the Flick the Coin now. Those are all filler cards. We could take the 2-drop, I guess. It's an artifact for bargain purposes, and it can help fix for some of our splash colors. Just another Grand Ball Guest, or we can take the Tabby. We don't have that many enchantments, so I guess the 2-drop makes more. Okay, well, this deck's gonna be weird. This deck is going to be very strange. Hearth Elemental. X less, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard that are instant sorceries and adventures. Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be fine in our deck now. Rights on the wheel. Rights is good with these spear guards, but I don't know if we want to be running those. Oh, the Recruiter last pick. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Song of Totentons. Red X. Create X 1/1 black rat creatures. With this creature can block creatures you control gain haste. Okay, that card's amazing. It's kind of like a fireball, but a lot of it sticks around. What are we losing out on? This is just a steal a creature effect. Let's see, another cut in, another torch the tower would be good. The End. This spell costs 2 less to cast. If your life total is 5 or less, you exile a creature or planeswalker, then search its controllers. Okay, then you can just get rid of the rest of them. Could just take another Embereth Veteran here. Yeah, another 1-mana 2/1 seems fine. I still have no idea what we're doing here. I mean, I want to be playing these black cards, but maybe they don't make sense. Maybe I should be taking the blue cards to go along with the Johann and go for the spells route. No idea what we're doing. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Frantic Firebolt number 2 looks good. Okay. Heavy Red. That's the start. Grabby Giant's nice. I could take this Root Rider Fawn, though. Ah, but green is just not open. I stuck on a green for my first 2 picks, then I took that Hamlet Glutton, but it's not really there at all. Prismatic Omen for fixing. Lands you control every basic land type. Alright, we're not taking that. We're going to take another Catapult here. We're going to ignore the green now. Like green, black. Sorry, red, black, maybe splashing Johann if I have enough instants and sorceries. So we get another Unruly Catapult. Candy Trail. More voracious vermin going around. Gain control of target creature until its turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste. Create a wicked roll. If I had a more cheap bargain cards, this might be worth taking, but we don't. There's another voracious vermin here too. You know, I guess we're kind of turning into the sacrifice style deck though, the red-black. We have Vampiric Rites. I think we're playing any of these. I have enough instants. Yeah, instants are good for plenty of instants for the dream spoilers. Ariette's Whisper has also been really good, but I don't think we have much room for it. In fact, I think we'd rather just take another 2/2 for 2 here. For haste, that makes some creatures unable to block. Yeah, I mean, this is... We turned into some weird red-black aggro, non-rat aggro. So maybe I do run the Ginger Brute too. I mean, there's just not much room for it. Yeah, I guess the Dream Spoilers can be cut. We have 6 instants. And then we have, like... 1 adventure or 2 adventures that we could cast on the opponent's turn. I guess it's probably good enough. That was a really weird draft. Very, very strange. Just wondering if those Spear Guards are actually worth playing here. Very nice with the Vampiric Rites, but that's about it. Probably filler more than anything. You could probably splash the Johann if you wanted. I don't think it would be bad. And throw in like the Prism and stuff. The Prism and the Guide. Among all the other ways I have to make treasure. Actually, I have a few ways to make treasure too, don't I? I could see playing the Johann here on the splash. Got these Grand Ball guests. Run the Scarecrow, the Prism, and the Johann. That would give me 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to activate the blue. That seems good. And then maybe cut the Vampiric Rites now instead. This also gives us random ways for white to cast like the Recruiter activation. Okay, I'm in for this. We don't need 2 islands. I think I'm gonna get away with 1 here. 9/7/1. Weird deck. Alright, let's do it. Grixis spell control, I suppose. The draft was very strange, so... I do think our removal quality, though, is very high. Okay, it's a weird hand, but 1 land is all we need. Double Unruly Catapult with a couple of instants and sorceries can go a long way. I think I'll discard one of the Vermins. Okay, if I don't draw a land next turn, we're going to be really sad. Oh man, they have the black-white enchantment deck. Did find the land, thankfully. Yep, let's get these catapults started. And now we just start slinging instants and sorceries here. Alright, so they're gonna bargain Rowan's Grim Search, sacrificing the Nightmare. And both the hopeful and the hopeless enchantments scry to when they go to the graveyard from the battlefield. Bind a Dutiful Griffin. Okay. Yeah, looks like the opponent has a good black-white enchantment synergy deck. Oh, they're gonna kill my Scarecrow. And then hit me for 4? Sure. Okay, well, double ping is pretty good. Like a candy grapple or something? They would have already done that. Ah, the stockpiling Celebrant, nice. So they get to bounce their Hopeful Vigil and then replay it and get another 2/2. As well as scrying for 2. Alright, let's take this opportunity to play out a couple of other creatures. Shatter the Oath on one of my catapults. Okay. Pretty happy with this play. It's pretty aggressive by them, because now I can shoot. I lose 1 life. Attack for 4. Alright, hey, they're at 6 already. Doesn't take too many more instants and sorceries to finish them up with a catapult or whatever. And we have that what is it, rat fireball in our deck somewhere. Toten Tanz's flute or something, whatever it's called. Destroy target non-land permanent its controller makes a 1/1 human. Ah, nice. Okay. I think it's right to play out my land since we have the X spell and they're playing the black-white discard deck or enchantment deck, which I mean, black in general just has a few different ways to make somebody discard. So. Okay, that wasn't a bad draw. Get to kill one of these, put a young hero roll on our 1/1. Ah! Alright. Our chances are slipping here. I need to draw that Rat Maker. Oh, I thought that was it because it was an X spell. I need to shoot their savior for 4. Oh, I might as well just do it for 5. Because they can sack the vigil and make it larger. They're also about to make a food with the witch's vanity, though. Weird game. Weird game. I think we were close, but looks like we're probably not going to get there. Oh, that's another good one. Ashiok's Reaper. Whenever an enchantment goes to the graveyard from the battlefield, they get to draw a card. Nice. So now they're going to use the Griffin's ability, sacrifice their 2 enchantments, scry 2, and draw 2. So I need to draw my Ratmaker, and I can win. I just need to push. So they're at effectively 6 here. So now if I draw the Ratmaker, we're going to be 1 off. GG's. Damn. How did we lose that one? I guess they just accrued too much value. Our draw was a little bit awkward at the start. Very weird. Okay. Good beats. Go to the next. Let's get moving to game number 2. Alright, that hand's fine. It's got our one-of island in it, which is a little bit awkward, but we have a bunch of other castable cards. We're probably not going to be wanting to use the adventure of this for a while, would be my guess. Perfect. Our hand is just like a bunch of removal, my god. 4-2. Alright, let's just shoot that end of turn. Three, 4, that gets bigger. Looks like an easy target for 5 damage. And that's going to allow us to cast our Hearth Elemental here as a 4/5 for 4 mana. Yeah, this card is just great. Cast a couple instants and sorceries, you know, in the early turns, and you can play it out as a 4 mana 4/5. Super solid. Oh, they have their own frenzy. I will say this is kind of funny. Our Embereth Veteran has already dealt 10 damage to them. Oh, that's a good target for Flick a Coin. Make a nice little 1/1 damage there. I'm probably supposed to just run out the Virtue if I draw a land next turn like I did here. Oh, maybe that's better. Yeah, that's gotta be better. We can save this as a removal spell, and getting a 3/5 flyer that drains them is pretty nice. Sure, okay. Two Embereth Veterans and a Dream. The Hamlet Glutton, there's a good one. And that's a nice draw too. Alright, 6 damage. That works well on a 6/6, I hear. What is this game? Savannah Lions and infinite removal. That's what it is. Oh my gosh, another Glutton. This time they're sacking the food or whatever to bargain it. I wonder if I just run out Virtue of Persistence here instead. It's probably better. That way I play around that 1 mana trick that gives hexproof, because they could have hard cast the Glutton, so they clearly have something in their hand that they can do here. And if they don't draw an enchantment removal spell this turn, it's game over. I'll take their 6/6 and gain a couple life. We'll figure out what they had in their hand now. It was just a frantic bolt. That is lethal, though. They needed to kill one of my 2/1s because we gave the young hero roll. Weird game. Weird game. I don't know how much damage that 2/1 that I played on turn 1 did, but I think it was excess of like 12. Which is kind of insane, so. Alright, well, we eked out a win, and I plan on doing that a few more times, at least. Our 1 of Island again, dang it. But you know what? We have our Prophetic Prism, so it's probably a keep. Looks like we're going to be playing against perhaps a faster deck, as our opponent has the turn 1. Yeah, so they're going to be on the black-red rat deck. Remember, I have 9 mountains in my deck, so this is just a funny draw. Wow, what a curve out by them. My lord. Gives attacking rats death touch. Okay. Oh, lordy, the raid bombardment too. So I'm gonna take 4 damage. Wow. I think let's kill Totentons right now before they can untap. It means I'm going to take an extra ping damage, but I don't want to have them have that recursion effect. Okay, I'm taking 6 damage now. Jesus. So this is the issue with not having any pressure, or rather anything that can effectively block. Their draw folds to a 2/2, and yet my draw was so bad that it's not working out for me. Kill, block, go to 1. This is so sick. 9 mountains in my deck. That's absurd. Alright, so I have to... Let's see... Flick here. There's a mountain. Firebolt here. I'm gonna take 3, go to 1. Okay, now we go Mountain, Embereth, Bargain, sack the Prism, go back up to 4. I am dead next turn, aren't I? Yeah. Because any way I do it, they're going to have 2 more attackers, so I need to find a way to kill a 1/1 next turn. Otherwise they just attack and kill me. Woo! That's a nice one, that gains life. Kill that. I guess we go ping. Pick a treasure. Play the giant. Oh my gosh. Hold. Did we stabilize? Wow. Holy crap. We had to get a little bit lucky there, but my god, we played to our outs, and outs we did hit, so. Now that, again, that draw was just really, really strange. Like I said, if I have any 2/2 for 2 in the first couple of turns, we're not ever losing like that. But because all we had was an 0/4, they could just keep attacking with random 1/1s, and Raid Bombardment did the thing. Found our mountains. We have both Prism and Guide, though, so it's okay to keep a hand like this. Sleight of hand. And just lead on the creature, because if they don't play anything, we can get in for a little bit of damage. That is an 0/4. Okay, fair enough. Hello! I like Living Lectern a lot. It blocks early, and then you don't even have to tap or anything, or it's just one to sacrifice and do the thing. Alright, start going wide. X damage to our creature player. If this was bargained, it deals twice X. We have plenty of things to sacrifice. We can sack the Guide, the Rat Token, or the Prism right now. Well, I guess they have a counter or something, but we'll go ahead and run out the Catapult. Better than counter that than one of our other spells. Quick Study, sure. They have a lot of cards in their hand. Oh, they're going to use the looting of the Tempest Heart. I do like seeing that. Red Tooth Genealogist and a Red Tooth Vanguard. Okay. Kind of hoping they just run out the heart here. I'm going to go with Return from the Wilds. All right. Do we want to sack the Veteran here end of turn? I kind of do. Grow our Guide, or rather grow our Vermin and put the hero roll on our Guide. Sack the rat here while they're tapped out. Grow the vermin. Drain for 3. And I'm happy to trade my Scarecrow Guide for their 1/3 if they want. Okay, not bad. Yeah, Negotiator's great. What pick did we get this? It was crazy late in pack 1, right? It was like pick 6 or something, pack 1. Bounce the... Sure, okay. I lose my roll, but that's whatever. It was just a Scarecrow Guide anyways, we don't really care about that. Ooh, the Twining Twins. That is a good one. Are they going to make it a 5/5? They are. Alright, so it's a 5/5 Flying Vigilance Ward 1. But we can kill that with the... Let's see. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 with Bargain. And then I can sack the Prism here. Wait, I want to ping first. 1, 2, 3. Bargain. Pay. Yes. Sack Prism. Pay 1 for ward. 6 damage. Beautiful. They have to chump basically with their 1/1 token, otherwise they're going to take way too much damage. Love it. Alright, feels good. So with the edge wall in, they can grab their twins back if they want to. But it's just a 4/4 at its base. We might be able to get them here with the Imidane's Recruiter. Like, play the guide, play the Recruiter. It's 2 extra hasty creatures. Both with 3 power. Johan's Stopgap. Okay. Are they saying they have a counter in their hand? I guess I don't have double black anymore, technically, but we do have the guide in our hand, which they know about. Yeah, they must have a counter. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's go for the Scarecrow Guide and the Recruiter here. Yep, there's the counter, as expected. Now we get to attack for 4. Oops. Okay. Nice. Getting to eat that was beautiful. They have 9 mana. There's their heart. Uh-huh. That's looking pretty bleak for them. Let's go for the Song for 5, see if they have another counter. That ain't it. Oh, maybe Auto Tapper tapped all out of their blue, and then they had a like disdainful stroke or something. Now this Song of Totentons is great. Like it's so easy to win with that card, even if you just cast it for like 4 or something, and start swarming. You know. All right, 3 and 1. Go go go. 3 and 1. Once again, we have 1 island in this deck. This is so crazy. Come on. Sheesh. That's a nice looking 6er, though. Ooh, I think this is a orange name. I think that means it's a arena dev or Wizards player or something. Let's see how much damage this Embereth veteran can get in for again. Alright, up to 4. Spell stutter time. No counters, please. Picklock Prankster, mill 4, and then they can retard. They bricked. Stab Wound, Witch, and 2 lands. They're just gonna play out the 1/3. I think this turn I would rather Vermin here than play out the Virtue. More mana efficient. Worst case scenario, they have the Mind Rot here, but... Ooh, they have Lord Skitter! Well, that's a good target for our Virtue. Oh yeah, that thing has Vigilance too. Okay. Let's go ahead and sack this. Let's put a roll on our rat. 2/1's not doing anything here anyways. Oh, I wonder if they have that recursion spell. I mean, I'm gonna go for it, but they might be getting their Skitter back here in a moment. No, okay. Skitter died. Fairy fencing, gotcha. Alright, so they can kill my vermin. Sure. Free attack by them, so. Lord Skitter's a butcher. Are they gonna make a rat, or are they gonna draw a card? They're gonna sack their rat and draw a card. Oh, they liked one of the cards they saw. Interesting. I think I'm supposed to sack the rat? Actually, I think I want to get the second catapult online is what I want to do. That just makes every instant and sorcery I draw at this point so good. And they don't have much pressure right now, so... Okay, big old dragon. That's good. Oh, I can also sack the enchantment now instead. Right? Yeah, I can just sacrifice the enchantment to keep the rat. One more land, and we also will get to Virtue from the graveyard, or Virtue rather. Alright. Our 3/5 actually lines up very well versus their 4/6. What's the wording on this card? So, you may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast. Okay. So if I reanimated the negotiator, I wouldn't be able to bargain. All right. It is a pretty close race here. I mean, one instant or sorcery really puts it to them. And that one works quite nicely. So this is a ward 2. So I can kill that by doing bargain for 3. With, or rather, bolt for bargain 3. Sacking the rat. Yes. Nice. Tick-tock, the catapults. That took away a lot of their pressure. Yeah, we go top here. Okay. Alright. And they're dead next turn. Okay, so now if we draw an instant or sorcery, we win. But they also have to kill me next turn, or though I still die the turn after. Oh, the food! Alright, that puts them back up to 5. And they have 3 damage in the air. Oh, they're back to winning. However small, they are winning. I have a lot of good draws, though. That is one of them. We wanted to kill that now, so it reduces their, or increases their mana cost again. Alright, looks like the pingers are gonna ping. Let's go! I don't know how much damage those catapults did, but it was a lot. Sheesh. It was a lot, a lot, a lot. 4 and 1 now. Nice. This is going really well. You love to see it. Okay, okay. 4 and 1, so going on to game 6. That is a pretty nice looking opening hand on the play. Little curve out of creatures and removal. Ooh, and even our pick one, pack one. The card I've opened more than many uncommons, even. Let's get grabbing here. We don't need to kill that guard just yet. No rush. Another Lord Skitter. All right. Yeah, I think we do trade with Vermin, because it's going to be a while before that would get any larger with our current draw. Missing lands is not ideal, though. I think I'm going to try to hold the treasure until I can cast the Virtue of Persistence with it. Turn target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You make a young hero attached to it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack and hope this frenzy works. Because our firebolt, or whatever it's called, is still only 2 damage. Ay, ay, ay. They are just infinitely bringing back their rat, huh? Well, that's bad. Because the Skitter exiles my graveyard, so my firebolt's never gonna be large enough at this rate. Jeez. Good beats. Oh my lord. Black-white rats. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, la 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 la. I mean, I have to make this play, but then they still have 6 damage on the battlefield, and I have nothing, and I'm still missing land drops. So we're gonna have to hope that this High Fae Negotiator can hold them off, assuming I can draw a land next turn. Might not even matter here. Did find the land. Actually, you know what? The Grabby Giant blocks just as well as the Negotiator does, and I wouldn't have anything to bargain anyway, so... I mean, if they have removal, I'm gonna lose regardless. Doesn't really matter. Discard plus a roll, sure. We can discard the Prism and the Guide. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we're dead, because I have to block the 3 and then I just lose anyways. Because the roll would finish it off, even if we blocked. I think both of our losses have been with some weird mana issues, though, so... I mean, our deck's super good, I think. We just stumbled on mana there, and then our opponent had a way to recur there. I don't know if Lord Skitter is like a bomb in the classic sense, but it's a 3-mana 3/3 that if you do not kill it, is gonna overwhelm you. So, not like a bomb in the classic sense, but it is gonna win the game for 3 mana if you can't kill it, which that definitely did. Oh, that's right, we're splashing for this card. I can't keep this hand. Uncastable, too expensive, and 3 mana, 2 damage. Gosh, I really want to pitch a swamp here. I think being on the draw, that's the correct play in order to win. Just rip the mountain off the top. And even if we don't draw a mountain, drawing a land in the first 3 draw steps should be doable. Perfect. Alright, so they have a 2/2 ramper here on turn 2, which is unfortunate because they're on the play, so they can start playing some big 4-drops potentially. Oh my god, that card is so good. Fawn's Bane Troll. 4 mana 4/4 that ETBs with a monster roll attached to it, and then you can sacrifice it to fight a creature. It's so sick. I mean, we have ways to deal with it, but I'm gonna need to find one of those ways ASAP. Absolutely disgusting. So now they can fight if they want to, and that'll give them a 1/1 because the tabby's gonna throw the enchantment into the graveyard. We actually hope that they use the fight, because then that gets rid of the trample and it's more chumpable. Yeah, I don't even know if that's a good play for them. I think I'd rather have a 5/5 trample here. Eh, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay. So the bolt gives us a way to kill the troll. We can sack the rat. Oh, nope, they had another... Well, that makes sense. If they had another roll, I understand why they did it like that. The last 2 games, we have just simply lost to a turn 3 rare. Turn 3 skitter that was recurred twice, and a turn 3 on the play troll. Wouldn't say that was very fun, but hey, that's Magic, baby. Alright, well, fun deck. The draft was really strange, but I think we ended up in a really good spot. Just straight up red-black removal. I had so many removal spells, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 9 removal spells and like 2 catapults to capitalize, which did a ton of work. So, fun draft. We opened Virtue of Persistence again for literally, I don't even know, the 5th time. I'll keep opening it, I don't mind, but that's crazy that I've opened this card that many times already in the first a couple days. I've done less than 10 events, and I've got like 5 of these. I'm not even kidding. It's crazy. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.